Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire. Combat response for December 20th to December 26, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Not so hardcore one. Not only has this changed video game YouTubers and what they do, but sadly, the viewers have come to accept and defend this, saying, I'm supporting the channel, etc. It's only the really scummy things that get called out. Very sad. Yeah, only the really scummy things. DSP Gaming gets called out, right? But, someone like the guy freaking, what's his name? The guy that talks like this and does the things, talks about the games, and it's now a comic channel. I forget. Mark was his name. Sorry, I forget. I can't keep track of all these people. But yeah, only the scummy people, the egregious e-beggars get called out. When I think, you can call out whatever you want to. You can call out people, you can call out things, I mean, it doesn't have to be terrible and extremely horrendous to be called out. You can call out whatever you want to on YouTube. Larry Bunny Jr., Mark's a lovely guy. That's his name. Okay, Mark. But he really shot himself in the foot when it came to YouTube. Then you go into a couple different things that he did. I think leaving YouTube and going to Amazon and other things like that, I think that was one of the things that led to his, you say, downfall. I don't know. It was a situation where people started unsubscribing and then, not wanting to follow him or whatever. It's not like he still wouldn't have an audience if he came back. There's still a lot of people that would love to hear him talk about games for 3 or 4 minutes. That's getting eerie how good that is, isn't it? But yeah, and I shared a story with you about somebody shooting themselves in the foot. I think it was maybe like a dare or something to that extent. I forget the full story. Yeah. Larry Bennett Jr. He has a Patreon, by the way. Don't donate to Larry Bennett Jr. Okay, I'll just kind of put that in there. Yeah, I mean, you can go to his channel if you want to, or whatever. Just, don't donate to the guy. Arioka. I love how unenthusiastic, sarcastic you sound every time you make an Amico video. That's the most real reaction one could get about the system. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it with a passion. I certainly don't love it. I'm just very lethargic when it comes to it at this point. Because what was it, like maybe 2020? I started making my funny Amico uploads, and I pretty much said most everything I really needed to say about it. So that's what happens sometimes when you talk about something for a while. There's people here that are excited about the Amico. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's things I'm probably excited about that are kind of crappy too, or not that interesting. So, I mean, yeah, everyone has stuff they're interested in. It's got a lot of lights. Man. Oh, so many lights. Sinister Moon. Ever buy or sell a home before, Rick? I've done both, and I can tell you, depending on your loan and whatnot, a home has to be brought up par before being sold. I mention this because Mel Jesus Rocks' wife is a realtor, and so I think the video was used as some sort of proof that fixes were made. Maybe not the YouTube video, but the footage used in it. That is a fascinating new thought on something we already thought we knew pretty much everything about. That's a fascinating new angle, Sinister Moon, because what if a big reason for that was not just the low-key stealth e-begging, which is one key form. If people ask me, hey, what's an example of stealth e-begging? I would point right to that particular upload from Metal Jesus to Basement Leak upload. But what if it was done as in video proof, and then there's a link there that you could actually show that, hey, the repairs have been made? It's interesting. Yvonne Salamanca. I bought 2 of them for my small grandchildren and couldn't even get through the setup process. Absolutely no use. I have to return them both. Okay, you're talking about the Orbic, okay, the $30 Orbic phone. The setup process, I mean, it's really not that confusing, but maybe you're not really into a lot of the tech and whatnot. I would say there's guides online. Just look it up. Not just setting up that phone, but that should be similar to a lot of other Droid devices. The setup should be similar. So I would just type in setting up a smartphone on, YouTube, and maybe something would pop up. Now, the simple phones are the flip phones. They still make flip phones. Okay? Still make flip phones out there, but I don't think your grandchildren are going to want a flip phone. Okay? You can't get on the YouTubes on the flip phones. Or can you? Is there a really fancy flip phone out there I don't know about? Martyville. Rick, are you experienced with TVs? My dad's TV screen froze, and despite my desire to help him repair it, he wants a new TV since it's almost a decade old. What kind of TV do you suggest that is suitable in the current market? Well, I mean, most all the TVs right now are the same. There's different maybe. A lot of them are the same, is what I'm saying. Like, you pay more for a better quality TV, you're going to get, different visuals. Maybe some have super duper HDR, some, fancy OLED or something like that. You're going to pay more for a better picture. But fundamentally, most all the TVs right now, they're mostly the same. Mostly the same. A lot of them even have like the same systems on the smart TVs and whatnot. It just comes down to preference. It just comes down to preference. But before you get a TV, any TV, I would check, online, maybe on a lot of the forums about the TVs. Stay away from the RCAs. RCAs specifically, I've never had one, but I've heard bad things about the RCA TVs. Granted, I currently have an RCA surround sound system I love, so that's how certain companies are. Maybe they have good things. RCA makes okay antennas, but their TVs, ooh. Silver Music Box. Radical Pepper. I could make like that the mascot of the channel. Pepper could be like the mascot and everything. People say like, hey, show your face. I'm like, hey, here I am. I'm a cat. Or I could do that whole thing like in the movies where like Pepper won't stay still for me to do that. Where like I'm doing my voice and then it's like a cat or something. That's something that might be entertaining for like a minute. I don't know. Like, maybe I could do something and make some like merch, and I can make like a suit or like little cat shirts or whatever with the R logo. I don't know. Sorry, that one wasn't that great. Philippe Anselmo Girmio. I really don't plan these. I don't. Sorry, Silver Music Box. I don't plan these. I just kind of clip them and go like, maybe I'll have something interesting to say on that one. Philippe Anselmo Girmio. Mag on PS3. I think I was talking about games that were delisted. I looked up that one, and it really deserved to be better. I looked up that one. It deserved to, to get more attention. Mag looked like a pretty good game on PS3. I think you also talked about games possibly that people have brought back. People brought back, what was that? I forget what you mentioned. But has there ever been an instance to where a game that's online only went offline, and due to popular demand, it came back? Maybe not on the PC, but like on the consoles. Has there been instances of that? Rune Mamba. Merry Christmas, Rick. I also have a black and white cat. Aeropostale is still in business, but I don't like white clothing. Spill coffee or ketchup on it and you look goofy for the rest of the day. Did you see the Christmas NBA games? Lakers lost to a KD-less Nets. Harden stepped up. I didn't see that game. But talking about KD, he's got an injury. What did I say a couple weeks ago? The Nets keep playing KD the whole entire game. Yeah, he's going to get an injury. It's not a tear or nothing, but it's going to keep him out for a month or so. So, yeah, they're definitely going to need Kyrie to show up for all those away games. They still got Harden and everything, but I don't know, it's going to be tough for them not having KD. And, yeah, Aeropostale, it's interesting to know that they still make clothing. This white jacket, I tell you, you have to be so freaking careful. And not just spilling things on it, but because the way the cotton is, it just seems to attract fuzz and dirt. So if you buy a white jacket, don't let it be a cotton white jacket. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I like it. It's nice and everything, but it's like one of those, Be very careful when you wear it, and don't go anywhere near like mud or dirt or anything like that. Symbolic. Mom always said Radical Rick videos are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That is true. Through the years, I've uploaded many different types of things, and people like try to figure out if there's like any system outside of maybe like the comment reply stuff and show off Saturdays. I just kind of upload what I want to upload. It's always been that way, regardless of things I'm talking about. And I might go through stages where I talk about certain things more than others. It relates to wherever I am in life.